Maintaining the theme of kids, I have a proposal here from Erik Valdman. He styles himself as an educator, a researcher of human energy and inner hidden potential. He has an idea having to do with children and meditation. Erik Valdman, where are you? All right. You've got 7 minutes.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you. Did I say thank you? I wasn't exactly ready, okay, but I spoke to some of you in the time that we had in between the sessions, and that inspired me, so thank you. And here I am going to come out and say it. I believe the change begins within. I've listened to many great speakers and many topics, and we all said we need to do this, we need to do that. That's a good thing. We all understand that in this room. Everybody knows that. But I also believe that unless we are able to begin the change within us, something inside of us has to really change to be able to express that change, be it inside the game or be it in our real reality every day. We are everywhere we go. We are everything we do. And the reason being, I think, to change the world, we really need to see the world with new eyes. Our values have to change a little, because I don't believe we can change the world without being challenged to change the world, without having to sacrifice a little bit. Are you willing to sacrifice? And how much will depend on where your values are today. What are the eyes that you're seeing the world with? And what I do, and for the last 10 years, exactly 1999 is where I began. I think 1999 was the first time Idea City came about. Was it 99? 2000? Yeah, and I don't believe in coincidences, so it's about very close. So what I work on and I study is ancient knowledge of inner change. And I study it and I integrate it together with modern discoveries, because I believe that there is a connection there. And I teach a very specific method of meditation, which is an active method of meditation, which allows us to work from the energy outwards into movements and postures and thoughts and ideas, and it enhances everything we do. Those of you who've done meditation, there are energy centers, and when you work from the energy outwards, you see how yoga is born, how Tai Chi was born, how art was born, how music is born, how words are born, how languages are born, how everything is born, how a thought is born, how a sound is born, because it's born from within us, and how a thought is born and a view of the world. And I believe that I only have 4 more minutes, so I'm going to tell you that I was invited by one of my students who happened to be a principal of a Montessori school. And I'm not sure if I could mention her name or not, Heather Wilson. I'm sure she'll appreciate that, because she took a chance, considering that I don't believe in many educational systems they teach meditation today. And there was a bullying problem in this class, and she said, I couldn't think of anyone else but you, so she invited me, and she asked me, should we separate the kids that are going through the trouble? And I said, no way, we can't take them out of their own environment, and let's see what we can do. And I understand that I could not come in and enforce them into behaving properly, because I'm not a child psychologist. I'm not what I do is I teach meditation, but the kids did not invite me there, the teachers did. So what I had, we have a picture there. This is Miss Heather Wilson. She's the principal of schools. Actually, the school was founded in 1969. It was probably the first Montessori school in Canada. It's now one of the largest private schools in Canada. They have 10 schools altogether, and next year we're going to be teaching in all 10 schools. I'll talk about it in a moment. But this is the kids. If you can flip to another picture, this is me behind the same class, because we wanted all the kids in the picture, so she took the picture and I took the picture. We couldn't be together in the picture. But if you notice, there's no picture of that. One of the girls there, she did something very interesting. She didn't say anything. We've done the meditations together. I'll tell you the process. I have 3 minutes. She wrote something. She wrote something on her hand, and one of the pictures that I don't have here, she actually, when I took it, she went like this. And I couldn't figure it out, and then I did a zoom, and it was a thank you on the hand. right? And she didn't tell me anything. Through half a year we've been together, and she's been doing it, and that's what she did. She took it and she just showed it. And she didn't say anything when I was there. I had to see it after the picture was developed, after I saw it on the computer. And that was, to me, I didn't need to say anything else. I didn't need to ask anymore. That was it for me. But the thing is, what happened was that through the process, I had to come in and I had to gain their respect first. I couldn't just come in and teach them or anything or force them into some meditative posture or tell them to close their eyes. So what I began is with something they call meditative storytelling. I created stories, some of them rhymed, some of them not so, that had to do with animals and birds and cats that simulated their situation in class. So I could use one word and then refer to the entire story. So they could have a whole day of experience if I only mentioned one word. So they could understand me better. And then after a few weeks, we got closer so I could actually tell them, close your eyes. And I started raising their energy and working with the energy with them. The thing is that once the bullying problem was resolved, I stayed in to teach them because they seen an incredible growth in their ability, in their openness to new information, and in their behavior in the class and between themselves socially. And so we stayed for 6 months. The experiment went incredibly well. Obviously, everybody's happy. Next year, we're gonna begin it in 10 schools. But the idea was to actually, for me to be in one of the classes and live stream it over the internet to other 9. And then I would change the classes, and then we would have about 250 or 300 kids doing it at the same time together. And I'm saying that it's amazing because that technology allows us to be in the entire world at the same time doing that. So by using that as an experiment. So what do I really need? I have a few websites. meditativestorytelling.com is where you can see the pictures and some of the videos. ErikValdman.com, Erik with a K, Valdman with a V. .com, or easier to remember, karmasecrets.com. I thought, and I forwarded actually Karma Secrets right now to erikvaldman.com because I didn't exactly prepare for today. So that's why. So the goal is to be able to webcast to even to areas who have more difficulty. For me getting there, I couldn't, and what I need is some help, I guess, in terms of endorsement, in terms of letting that story kind of evolve. And maybe you could try that meditation. You see it works, then it will be easier for you to help in that. But go read what we've done. Change begins within. It was actually one of the slogans the Beatles used. April 4th, 2009, at Radio City, they had a fundraiser to teach, to inspire children to meditate in schools. And once I found out, we also had an event together at the schools. About 400 people attended. You can see some of the videos on the website, Meditative Storytelling. Anyway, that's my story. Thank you.
Thank you, Erik. Well done.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you, Moses.
Yes, pleasure.